Hi everyone, my name is Maxim Yarema. I'm professor at the Institute for Electronics, ETH Zürich, and today I'm happy to host the delegation from the Kyiv School of Economics. They are here with us to celebrate a second anniversary of our collaboration in engineering education and the first graduates. So let me introduce Timofey Brick, rector of KSE, Mykola Tregup, Vice Rector for Education, and Olga Faryatyeva, Head of Bachelor Engineering Education. Timofey, Kyiv School of Economics is a very established school in social sciences, economics, psychology, and now you move into engineering. Why engineering and why now?
Yeah, it was a bit a bold move for School of Economics to kind of step in this new direction for us, but I think it's a no-brainer. Ukraine has a huge demand for engineers now. It's about our security. It's also about rebuilding the country, but also it's about mindset. We need engineers, people who can tackle complicated problems, people who can deliver new technologies, implement them immediately at the local level. So yeah, we need engineers for many, many reasons. And I think Ukraine also shows this example that it's about civil society, government, business, universities. We all have to pivot. When you have these tremendous challenges, you cannot survive unless you pivot. So you have to move into new directions. And in order to be successful, you also have to be professional, and you must have professional partners. So that's why we're also working together with you. And I think without this partnership, it would not be possible for us to start new engineering programs that are of high quality and that can actually make a difference.
Thank you. We are happy at ETH to be part of this exciting journey. What opportunities Ukrainian students have here at ETH? What is an adding value of ETH in this collaboration?
I think I should answer to this question in several ways. So the program that we have together, it is a master program. Yeah, it is in micro, nanoelectronics. Obviously, your university is top-notch in this field. So the first opportunity that students get is access to high-quality professors, high-quality teaching, high-quality materials. We have a lot of talented people in Ukraine. But unfortunately, sometimes we don't have access or exposure to this global knowledge that is state of the art. So having access, to your professors is a fantastic opportunity to us. But also it's about culture. ETH is also known for its culture. You're very entrepreneurial. You can move fast. You can, work in this paradigm of multidisciplinarity. So it is very important for our students to get access to this culture. And I think it's not only about students, it's also about faculty. We can talk about it later, but in this program we developed this tandem style of teaching when your professors work with our professors closely, they exchange experience, they learn from each other, and then Ukrainian professors, they can take this knowledge and pass it to the next generations. Yeah, so this is more about long, sustainable partnerships. And this is very important. This is very important for our students, for our engineers to get access to all of that and then apply all this knowledge in Ukraine.
Thank you so much, Timofey. Speaking about tandem teaching, Mykola, you are Vice Rector for Educational Processes, so you know it inside and out. How does this work? How this collaboration actually is working from the eyes of the student in Ukraine?
So first of all, I'd like to address the issue of tandem teaching. That was very promising thing, and we really believe that we've done our best to enhance all of those things. First of all, during these two cohorts of the first masters at this study program, micro and nanoelectronics, past years were not the same. We're not alike completely. And probably during the first year of studying, we had probably 70 or 80% of teachers that were taught from ETH. And the courses we were trying not to duplicate or somehow to adopt. We were trying to get the best practices with the best teaching attitudes, with the best teaching materials, and to use them inside that program. But during the second cohort of studying, it was a bit different. We were trying to elaborate new approaches. We were trying to add added value from Kyiv School of Economics. And you know, it was really great opportunity to talk to professors from ETH and to understand that we found the correct path. We are also good, and probably we have adopted many materials and provided additional specific aspects to different disciplines that were rather good. And probably during this visit to ETH, the professors from different departments, they told that it was a good decision to adopt the courses and to provide additional materials. But the journey of this study program starts not from the 1st September. It starts much more earlier. Each year we have the preparatory courses for this program, because this program is rather complicated, and we have to be sure that all the knowledge is aligned. From the 1st of September, each of the student, they have the knowledge completely aligned, or at least we're trying to do our best to manage this process. So this year we'll have another third course of this alignment, and this journey will start in a couple of months. So we're very glad that we're going to have another gap month. We're very happy to have another tandem teaching process, and we're very glad that all of those innovative things that in teaching, in elaborating new approaches to disciplines, they are rather good from the prospects of Kyiv School of Economics and ETH, the expertise of ETH. That's very significant thing in adopting those materials.
Thank you for the insights. Speaking about tandem teaching, this means that each course is guarded by two professors or tutors, one on ETH side and one on Kyiv side. What are the challenges of this approach? Obviously, it's advantages, as you have explained, but there must be challenges too.
Another challenge was there were a lot of advantages, and we can speak that extremely good, extremely high expertise of ETH professors. We definitely can say that due to that tandem teaching process, we have faculty. At this program, we have enough professors from the side of Kyiv School of Economics, but we have also to say that it's rather complicated to align in time, in paradigm of teaching, in understanding what should be better or worse, how to align all of European standards inside a very tiny 1.5-year master program. And that's why also with cooperation with ETH professors and according to the feedbacks of the students, so we made a choice, and we really believe that's a complicated choice to start this program from this year as not a 1.5-year program, but 2-year master program. We probably believe that they will help a lot to increase our capacities in tandem teaching, to align courses, to get new courses, and to provide added value for overall program.
Thank you. Thank you, Mykola. You're developing very, very fast. We are happy to witness this and to contribute our part to it. Thank you for this.
Thank you so much.
Can you give me the 3 highlights that are related to the engineering program at KSE?
This one or different?
Let's
Probably
go to
this one. Probably this one. The first very important thing, I'll start from the beginning in the timeline. I mean, right now, one of the biggest motivation from engineering school to go to Zurich here right now, that we should somehow get new books that were published in ETH. We cannot buy them anywhere. We cannot get them anywhere.
Secret knowledge.
But we're launching courses in a couple of months. So that's the highlight number one. We have the books. we have expertise, and right now we're very happy and very glad to launch that programs, launch that courses in a best way. So that's the highlight number one. Highlight number two, that already the students of this program, they have achievements, and one of the students is already have a journey to Bologna. So that's very, very promising thing, and we are very happy that we already have very productive graduates. We really believe this cooperation will strengthen a lot the cooperation with ETH. We know that ETH has the cooperation with Bologna University, and in this case, this triangle, probably with the help of such good ambassador of us, will also try to do our best to use this thing. Is this highlight number two? And probably highlight number three, that I can say that this third year, according to those things that we have discussed yesterday, we can definitely say we are going to have the third year of cooperation with ETH. And this highlight probably is the biggest one from above those mentioned. So we are very happy and very glad that our cooperation will increase our capacity.
Sympathy is mutual. Thank you so much. Back to you, Timofey. You are leading the whole educational effort at Kyiv School of Economics, and now you're building this new challenging program in engineering. The whole faculty is new. The whole know-how is new for KSE. How difficult is that already by itself, and particularly taking into account the hard times Ukraine is living through, war, disruptions, electricities?
Yeah, you're right. The war has changed our life completely. The war started back in 2014, so we lived this life for a long time already. But of course, the invasion has added quite a lot. The paradox of war is that it is the most difficult existential threat, but also it is time for mobilization, mental mobilization, mobilization of social ties. It's about your motivation, and things are very clear during the war. Your priorities align immediately. You know what is important, what is not important. And I remember that many of our students and faculty and admins during the invasion realized that we're really committed to university. We're really committed to knowledge, because truth is important. This war is not only against our infrastructure, it is also against our culture. So we need to protect our culture, we need to protect our language, our knowledge, our memory, and we call it as an intellectual sovereignty. So we're really committed to that. And we are also committed to our community. Students, they deserve to be there in university. They deserve to get this new knowledge that they can use to rebuild the country, to heal trauma, to bring justice. So that's why we launched a lot of programs during the invasion. We launched programs in law, in psychology, in memory studies, because people really want to study these things, because they want to apply this knowledge. And engineering is an obvious choice, given how much challenges with the technology, energy, urbanism we have now. So I think there was no dilemma at all. We realized that we want to be committed to the university, and we want to launch new programs, we want to teach, we want to do research. The only thing was a bit, to show ourselves that we can do it. And once you have you look around yourself, you see your colleagues around you, and you realize, okay, we have a team, we can do it. And then you send this signal to your students, you send this signal to your partners, and everything aligns. And I think that's also how we met. And I'm not sure that people understand it. I think we should explain it, how rare this collaboration is, because the president of our university, Timofey Milovanov, and you and myself, I think we had few brief meetings, and these meetings then became something tangible, a master program. And I think there was like 9 months from a meeting to a program. So it is possible to launch programs in such a short term. As long as you have vision, as long as you have motivation, you can do it. And there are many challenges, of course. It's about funding, it's about professionals, it's about admission campaign, it's about students, laboratories, everything. But it is possible, and I think it's another reason why we work together as partners. I think we share this culture of dynamism, ability to pivot, ability to be, a bit adventurous and courageous to do things fast. And but I don't want to sugarcoat it. Of course, there are many challenges, including ethical dilemmas, stress, just operational pressure. But with partners, everything is possible.
Despite the war, and even accelerated by war somehow.
And I also want to add a context that our university, before the invasion, we had about 300 students. Now we have 1,500 students. So the acceleration is significant. It is possible due to these new programs and new faculty. And I think I also believe that our European partners can learn from Ukraine. That under pressure you can do a lot. And still partnerships like that are very important, because we grow, but with this growth we have to ensure quality, and that's why we need also strong partners to ensure the quality, to exchange knowledge, and to make sure that this is going to be sustainable, that we can work on creating this culture and education of engineers in the future as well.
Thank you. Appreciate the courage. We all know that the war will be over at some point. All the wars are ending. And what role are you prepared for this? And what role the university shall play after the war for the rebuilding? And in particular, what is the role of engineers in all this?
You're right, absolutely. And I want to kind of follow up on things that I said a bit earlier. The things I'm going to say, they may sound a bit trivial, but I sincerely believe in that, and I realized during the invasion, I kind of started to believe in academia. So my personal journey is that I was a junior faculty, I was assistant professor, as any other assistant professor. I was publishing papers, I was rejected in journals. I was teaching, I was grading, I get feedback from students, and to be frank, I was a bit tired of that. I had my existential troubles, like maybe I should quit academia. Does it really matter what I do? And specifically during the invasion, I realized how important it is, that universities are crucial. Universities, they produce knowledge, and knowledge is crucial during the crisis and after crisis. We need data. We need data, and we need smart people who can work with this data. Universities, they create communities. People come together and people solve problems together. Universities are hubs for everyone else. We were approached by business, we were approached by government, we were approached by local communities. They come to university with questions, with inquiries. And universities are places that provide support. And also universities are platforms for debates. Right now in Ukraine we have so many complicated questions, moral, ethical, philosophical, political. For instance, should we have elections during the war? Or during the war, do you need centralized or decentralized government? What is the limits for freedom of speech? Because on the one hand, you need freedom of speech. On the other hand, there is propaganda and disinformation.
How do you protect democracy?
How do you protect democracy? These are relevant questions, very important for your survival. And university is a legitimate platform where you can actually voice and discuss these issues. Because universities, they are not, not so ideological. Universities can bring people from political power and opposition together, industry and civil society. People come together and discuss important things on such a platform.
Right.
So it's really important. And after the war, the role of university will be, to rebuild the country, literally. So we will produce people who will be engineers, who will rebuild villages and cities, bridges and electrical grids. We also need smart people who will just, follow up with technologies. We will work on healthcare. So many veterans, they deserve to be treated in terms of physical and mental health. But also you can think about it in terms of economy.
Right.
Ukraine will be integrated in European Union, and we will lead in dual-use technologies. Drones, they will be used for logistics or in order to fix electrical grids or something like that. So, and that's why we also need to educate engineers with this entrepreneurial culture. Engineers, they're not just smart people, they're also people who can work in a team. They should be able to scale up, to create businesses, to integrate into European Union. So yeah, so there will be a lot of work to do, and the university is a good place where this job should be done.
Thank you. And so the longer the war is going on, the more important the education is, because it provides a long-term impact. And so after the war is over, we'll find a blooming country and not like a no man's land. And speaking on the long term, as we have started with master program, we always knew we need the foundation, the bachelor engineering program. And you, Olga, is leading one of such program at KSE. Can you explain the mechanistics of this very peculiar program?
Yeah, KSE is working right now on extending our portfolio of educational programs in engineering. Specifically, we're working on several programs in undergraduate level, and they are quite different. We're approaching it quite differently, so we can offer students different approaches to education, and they can find their own way to study engineering. What is most important for us right now is to actually change how engineering is perceived in Ukraine. We want to change it completely. We want to present engineering as something which you can find yourself long term and you can be successful as your career, because this is not something we had in our Soviet era. A lot of people didn't have an opportunity to find actual job in engineering. That's why we have this long perception of engineering as not very promising sphere to work in, and this is our current job, is to work with potential applicants to our engineering programs and to present them with this incredible option. And this is where such partnerships are also important, because we can actually show our potential students how engineering looks like, what it means to be an engineer, which incredible things you can achieve through your career. This is, of course, important for Ukraine, as we previously discussed, because we want our graduates to be actually on the market as soon as they graduate. But of course, some of them will choose more like a path to enter to master's program, go to PhD programs. We want to have the path for everyone and to offer careers in engineering in a different kinds of way. What is also important for us when we're building this different kinds of undergraduate programs in engineering is to think about person who is only starting their own path in this sphere, because we all agree here that engineering is a mindset, and we need to develop it through different learning experiences. And so in KSE, we're approaching this in two ways. We offer right now two of our programs we are building. One of them is focused more on a industry side, to offer students experience to see the whole process of manufacturing and work on innovation in this sphere. Another program offers a bit different approach, more focusing on this engineering mindset, which includes constant iteration process through hands-on work and project-based learning. So these two approaches offer students their own way to find their own engineering identity, which is very important for us to present to them.
Thank you. So you have not one but two engineering programs at the bachelor level. Exciting. Double the effort, right?
Yeah.
engineering has always been perceived as a man's specialty. Unfortunate, and it's not just for Ukraine; it's also here in Switzerland. We always have more male than the female in the education, and you are the role model because you're leading one of the engineering offerings, and you're a woman. So what is it like to be a woman in this position, and what would you like to say to younger female future engineers?
Actually, I didn't think about it in terms of gender. I think what led me into this project and what I believe will lead another women to engineering is something more about your passion and your values and following your own understanding of where you can be most efficient and where you can find yourself. This professional identity I'm talking about, this is very important for women also to understand that engineering has this option of providing them with meaningful experience and also being like a T-shaped professional, having this deep technical expertise, being actually influential and developing their own career. So what I would say is actually come to us to our open days and like talk to us and talk to actual people who present these programs. Follow us and follow our lead. We will like mentor you basically, and we will together find your own identity in engineering profession, because it can look different, and that's why KSE is working on 2 different programs which offer different experiences. You can focus on so many aspects of engineering. You can focus on design, you can focus more on the hardware, you can focus on integrating complicated systems into one working mechanism. You can find yourself in this profession with our help.
That's why I like engineering too. So it's a very multifaceted. You can pretty much find your way in every possible way. At the same time, it might feel abstract for people who are not exposed to technology at the early age. And I know that you have the open days and the media campaign and admission campaign. So how do you explain what engineering is to the layman?
It's not so complicated to explain because we have the culture at Kyiv School of Economics to launch the programs only with academic partners or industrial partners.
Mm-hmm.
So in this case, it looks very easy to explain a very hard program like micro nanoelectronics. We always say that producing chips, it's very important for Ukraine right now. It's not the military use. It's just the use that will be very important for all of us, for all the country. So another very important thing, those 2 bachelor programs in engineering. One of them is launched with the academic partner, another with industrial partners. But in both of the programs, if we know where the knowledge will be applied, it's very easy to explain to entrants that you can do as well as this, and this other things like. So you can just be in touch with the academia or with the industrial companies. So we really believe that this formula, this equation, like university, academia, industry, entrants, students, graduates, this is the big community that will definitely help to explain with simple words very, very strange engineering things. But in real life, it works very easy.
Yeah, and I want to jump in.
Yeah.
I agree. It has actually become much easier to communicate engineering programs to students, also for the reasons that the market has changed.
Yeah.
Today, professional engineers, they can get higher salaries than it was before the invasion, because there is a huge demand for professional engineers, and we can communicate it to our students. But the fun part of it is also communication to faculty and to potential teachers. I'm pretty sure you know that, because there is a global debate within the engineering community about pedagogical styles and approaches. And one of the bachelor programs that we're launching uses this project-based learning approach, PBL.
Yeah.
And it is something new in Ukraine.
Extremely practical.
It is extremely practical. It also changes the curriculum. So most of the students, they start from projects before they study complicated physics, electronics, mathematics, materials. And it is not a standard classic approach. So quite a lot of engineers in Ukraine would doubt and would challenge this approach as something like unorthodox, unusual. So it is a quite complicated challenge for us to bring this new style of teaching to Ukraine, but also explain it to others and to make others believe in it, and to convince people that they can join and work in this environment. And this is our mission. We want to change culture in Ukraine. How we approach education, it's not so hierarchical, it's more horizontal, it's practical, it's unorthodox. And we have worked quite a lot to hire faculty, those who actually believe in it, and those who can join us. So it's not just about students. If you really want to change industry, if you really want to change culture, you have to fight against adult people with their own habits and beliefs and culture. So, and this is also part of Olga's job.
And very, very important, another thing to change the culture is that we are all ready to change the program. During the 4-year of bachelor program, it's extremely important to make ad hoc changes. Many of traditional universities in Ukraine, they never changed the program during the overall life cycle of the program. In our case, all the KSE programs, they are alive. So we have the feedbacks of students, we have the feedbacks of industry, we have feedbacks from academia. So, and we immediately change the program. That's the point, how we deal with all of the things.
Thank you. So the classical way of teaching is learning then doing, and the project-based learning that you, Olga, is leading is learning by doing. So that's an intuitive way kids are developing, actually. So is that how you see the program? Can you give me the examples how the project actually is constructed?
Yeah, it's not completely new. Probably every institution works with the projects, and we encounter this approach in like schools, also in different institutions. But it's more complicated at bachelor level, of course. So we implement projects in every course at our program, and projects. What is important, that project serves specific function, and of course we are, as educational designers, as people who stand behind the program, we need to design this logic. Why is it there? Which function it performs? What it gives students? Not just knowledge, but what exactly students will be able to do after they finish specific project or sequence of projects. How it works, we present students with actual engineering problem which can be resolved through hands-on work, through creating something. And this is an open-ended question. We basically do not provide them with a protocol how to achieve this. There is no 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 steps until you make something. So it has they need to be almost responsible for building their own path and to understand which type of knowledge they need, and come to faculty with almost like a question and request. I need this type of information. I figured out that I need to build this kind of path to improving what I'm currently building. And of course, faculty in this regard works as a mentor, as someone who is almost like playing with this curiosity and okay, let's try this. Let's see what comes out of it. Maybe we can change it after. And then after a couple of iterations, faculty comes with more theoretical knowledge, gives small lectures, and but they are very precise and very applicable. So you actually know why you are learning some specific theory or law or a coding language. And then students can make something different from what they started. So they are working in this iterative cycle, almost making better prototypes with each injection of theory, basically. This builds not only theoretical knowledge, their engineering mindset, their ability to work with mistakes, not be afraid of it, be able to intuitively understand which approach is needed right now. Like, is it specific modeling, or do I need to go to makerspace and first try something and then start with modeling? So it is simultaneously working on a lot of things at once. And what we want to achieve through this approach is to give them opportunity to be able to learn on themselves, basically. So we are here providing this scaffolding, and then we are slowly removing it so that they can be their own able professionals who can learn almost anything. That's why what Mikola was talking about, this ability to constantly change our programs in regards with complexity of the world. So this is how we also work on this. We provide them with skills to be able to learn anything in their own life, because how much can we try to fit every part of knowledge into 4 years of education? We cannot be successful because this body of knowledge is constantly changing. World is developing, a lot of technologies, a lot of AI, which is complex, and you can only be successful if you have this skill of internal skill of learning something by yourself without our scaffolding as university.
This sounds fantastic. So you learn so many more soft skills in addition to engineering hardcore expertise, responsibility, independence, to be mentioned a few.
Yeah.
For a split of second, I wanted to become a student in that program myself.
Absolutely, yeah. I'm jealous.
Yeah. Speaking about experiments, that's a huge experiment. We would love to learn how this is going. Speaking about experiments, I know that KSE is experiment with AI methods in education.
Yeah, so obviously AI now changes everything globally, and it's a big question for everyone. What should we do as academia or as universities with AI? So our answer is that we allow a lot of experiments. For one of the reasons is that we don't know what to do with it. So let's face it.
It's new for everyone.
It's new for everyone. So it is too early to be confident. Yeah. So we have to experiment, and we experiment on many levels. At the level of teaching, we allow professors to introduce AI tools like chats or agents. We also created a system which analyzes feedbacks of students. So we would apply large language models to analyze feedbacks and provide feedbacks quickly to professors. We would use agents instead of TAs, so students can communicate with agents. But also, in general, again, it's about culture. We want to make sure that everyone is using AI when they produce materials, when they produce their quizzes or tests, when they work on real projects, for the very simple reason. It seems like even in industry, no one is going to hire graduates unless they are AI skilled, what they call now AI environment. If I want to hire someone new, I'm have to be sure that they know how to operate with AI tools. So we have no other choice but to train students. And also, I can speak about it as an admin, as a rector. We also use quite a lot of AI tools just to improve our operational management, the way we prepare meetings, the way we do summaries, emails, everything, and even conflict resolution. Of course, the final responsibility is on us. We are, as individuals, as managers, we have to make final decisions, but AI makes everything much faster. So I would encourage everyone to work with AI tools, to encourage students and faculty to use them, to experiment. But we also need to collect data to understand which experiment worked, what did work, what did not work, to be conscious in the way how we implement AI. Yeah.
Thank you. So maybe continuing on AI, are you using AI yourself?
Yeah, we're doing a lot with that. So a couple of months ago, at the university, we have started the new wave of how to be AI-driven university. So we have a team from different faculties and from different administrative staff from different levels at the university. So we're in one big team just to understand, to rethink how to use AI not to fire people, but how to use AI to increase our capacities and how to make the speed of decision making and speed of doing something more higher. So as Timothy already told you, analyzing feedback, it's a big deal. So and with the AI agents, it helps us a lot to make the speed more faster. So in this case, we have enough time for lecturers to prepare for lecture, to study anything else, to write an article, to do science, to make research, or just to have a rest. So in this case, it also helps a lot. But the final point is for the tutor, for lecturer, for administrative staff. The AI cannot make the decision it cannot provide the overall decision making process. Yeah. So in any case, the responsibility is for human beings. So for us, it's just another opportunity to be faster and to grow faster.
Yeah, and in my personal professional life, I use AI probably not efficiently. I'm learning, but main challenge with AI right now for me is this whole thinking about how to implement it into undergraduate education. And I know we had interesting discussions already in our team how to approach this and what comes first, this deep expertise, and then you're adding this AI layer when you can actually use something but also have some your own expertise to prove and basically understand whether it's something you can use, or we can start from scratch and simultaneously build expertise and inject these tools as a help to students. I don't think we have answered to this question, but this is something to be mindful about. So because we want to develop our students' mindset and their own understanding of the field, their own level of mastery of engineering, and right now it's a challenge how to mix it in an efficient way with current tools. But of course, we cannot avoid it. And what we were also discussing is how to actually understand the mind of a young person, because we are also different generations, and it maybe young people are even more efficient in doing it all together simultaneously than we are, and they understand this problem differently. So I think we need to work here with actual students and understand how they are learning, how this process is developing in them.
Thank you. So the feedback is now even more important because they are, as you say, different generation, already very native to these technologies, right?
Yeah, and I would even say that we go beyond feedback. Feedback is sometimes not enough. Specifically in one of the programs, undergraduate programs we are developing, we are working together with students. It's a process of this co-creation. So they are partners in this. We are sitting at the same table, and we are not asking them for feedback. They provide their own view of how the program should be built on. They are testing something faculty is producing, specific learning experiences. So we work with them, and this is a huge improvement. And it's a challenge sometimes because you need to completely change your thinking, and even how you provide space for them to participate in this process. This is something which we are actively doing and very proud of, and this works amazing. This is probably the most amazing part of the project, is to work together with students on this program.
Thank you, Mykola. obviously the collaboration is developing extremely dynamics. But what would be the top 3 highlights for you personally?
Probably top 1 is that we are celebrating now the first cohort of well-qualified professionals in micro and nano electronics. We have graduates finally. That has happened. That's hooray!
Yay!
So it's highlight number 2. It was a very important thing that yesterday we had a rather fruitful conversation with top management of ETH, and probably we've agreed that next year we are going to have the cooperation, and next year we will definitely have the co-teaching, we definitely have the tandem courses, and that's a very important thing for us. And probably the third highlight, this year we're going to increase our capacities in new labs. Previous year and this year we have purchased different buildings in Kyiv to increase the overall capacity of campus. And this year, all new cohorts of engineering students, they will be in brand new space. That looks promising, but for KSE, it looks very complicated right now to do all of those things just in 3 or 4 months, because since the very beginning of September 2026, we're going to deal with new cohorts of bachelor engineering students, master engineering students, and all of them, they're going to be in one big, interesting space. So probably those 3 highlights look alike, but the 4th highlight that I really enjoy very much, that will help also our students to be better, that only in ETH we could have the books for a new course. It looks strange, but you cannot buy those books. Yeah, but
top secret.
At ETH we already have them, so that's the new highlight for KSE students. They will have very promising new course since the very beginning of September 2026.
Yeah, so the main purpose of this travel, of this journey to ETH, was to get some print books.
Yes, yes. Well, happy to provide.
We're enjoying that.
Thanks for this overachieving answer. Top 3 becomes top 4, right? Thank you, and for enthusiasm. Good luck with the challenges. So now we are at the end of 2 very intense days, and yesterday we had a steering board meeting between the 2 universities, KSE and ETH, and then particularly we discussed all the options that we want to put forward. So the question would be about the future. So what the future holds for this already successful collaboration?
Yes, so you're right. Yesterday we had a very productive discussion. We're still gonna brainstorm. We will meet more and more. For sure, we want to continue this specific program because it's a very successful program, and we want to make sure that it's going to be sustainable. It has changed lives of people already, and we want to scale it up. But then we also discussed that we can do even more than that, and we discussed several ideas. One of the ideas was to try to build a joint master program together, because now we have some chemistry. Your team and our team, we know each other. We've been working together, and so far it was about learning from you. We took the program which has existed in ETH for years, and in this tandem style, we learned it and we accommodated to Ukrainian needs. But now I think we're ready to build something new from the scratch. Like our teams can come together and work on a new master program that will address, the most present issues of resilience, how to build engineering systems that are resilient to shocks, to crises, that can be rebuilt quickly and improved quickly. But this is just a brainstorm idea. We also had an idea to work on AI implementation. As you already said, it is something new, it is big, it makes us think a lot and worry a lot about the future of the world, but also the future of universities. So definitely we will brainstorm something, what can we do together in implementing AI. And we also discussed that education is a backbone. So we start together working on education, but then I think we've become more mature to move to research as well. So we can do research together in order to advance our understanding, of the world. And we already identified some potential collaborations that researchers from our universities, they can come together and think about papers and fundamental ideas that can improve our understanding of the world. Yeah. So there are many things ahead. I feel I feel like a child in a candy store. ETH obviously is a fantastic place to think about these collaborations. But I'm also confident because we have already proven that we can do it. We celebrate this program, and it is a clear empirical evidence that we can work on things together and we can deliver. So why not to be, again, a bit adventurous and a bit courageous and think about future projects and together we can do a lot.
We at ETH also learned a lot from you. The way you mainstream the processes at Kyiv School of Economics, the decision making, the speed associated to decision making is extremely fascinating. And I think we need to think at ETH how to learn from you in that regard.
Thank
And
you.
there is definitely some chemistry between universities, if that's what you mean.
Absolutely.
Speaking about new program, the new idea of developing the entirely new program in resilience, Ukraine holds a very unique experience. I know it comes through pain and sweat and tears, but it's unique. And what do you think Ukraine may add to that particular program and to lead it?
That's a very nice question for just talk about the future. And probably there are many areas that Ukrainian expertise could be extremely positive and could provide the added value to education. Probably civil engineering, electrical systems or energy consumption systems. Something with the diversity grid management and probably the overall decision-making process in extreme situations, like crisis management or something like that, could be extremely important for development of that program. For example, when we're talking about the civil engineering, so we really believe that civil engineering standards will never look alike they were before 2022. So we need more shelters, we need more spaces to be protected. We've seen yesterday inside the campus that Switzerland have already survived or overcame that process in early 60s when the shelters were obligatory, and right now we're trying to forget about that. But Ukraine is not in that position. We're just in rethinking those issues. So another very important thing is about materials. So Ukraine cannot be no more the country that provides the raw materials. We need somehow to rethink how to reprocess materials, how to provide faster reconstruction and how to use that materials once again, reprocess them, but reprocess more innovatively. We have now time for 4-year bachelor program. So probably this anti-crisis 2-year master program with the possibility to provide certificate programs inside of it could be the best solution right now to join ETH expertise in different sectors. Energy consumption, civil engineering, architecture, that's the perfect things that we've discovered yesterday, just brainstorming that idea. Ukrainian aspects of how to on which aspects should be in the core focus of that program. What would be the most efficient things? Where to build the network? How to protect it from damage? How to diversify the energy consumption, because this winter showed a lot that decision-making process is very important, and based on good decisions, very anti-crisis, fast decisions, we somehow overcame that problems of December, February 2026. So probably these three very important outcomes are very important for overall development of this program. So the expertise, academia, and definitely the hands-on use.
Thank you. Olga, at ETH we also think hard about project-based learning and about interdisciplinary learning, and these are exactly two mirrors that you try to match together. Did you find some insight and connections from your meeting here for you?
Yeah, exactly. These two things are what gets me excited, and about what we explored here right now, and what will happen in future. I think this is something KSE has privileged almost, because we can build our own programs from scratch, and we have a lot of flexibility and space to experiment and try different things. And this is why ETH is a tremendous help for us, because you've been doing it for a long time, and we can learn from you, and we can also share our own insights, ask for help, understand how to improve what we already have. This is what gets me excited, this new type of a program, which is also interdisciplinary, and I will be happy to work on it. And of course, our undergraduate programs, and ETH has a whole center of project-based learning, and we plan to establish this communication and to further work on our projects and share insights, possibly share data, analyze our data, maybe in future come up with research on this data, because this is something non-traditional KSE is launching, and we want to understand how it works, we want to analyze it, we want to be this data-driven approach, which is something ETH also appreciates.
Absolutely. Thank you. And so to wrap it all up, maybe let me ask one big global question. So let's fast forward 10 years from now. The KSE School of Engineering is blooming, is developing. You've got hundreds, thousands of engineers. And question, what is the most exciting or the biggest engineering challenges that you can have to solve in 10 years from now?
How to be happy. Okay, and I'll elaborate.
Happy engineers.
Yeah, so I've listened to my colleagues, and we discussed many interesting things, but it feels to me that ultimately we're talking about people, individual life, individual happiness, individual life satisfaction, and also how can we survive and live happy in a community. So Mykola talked a lot about resistance to challenges, shelters, decision making. It's about people who come together and they make decisions how to improve their life. Yeah. Olga also talked about data-driven solutions, about changing culture, about influencing choices of children who want to become engineers. So ultimately, it all comes down to people. Ukraine now faces a lot of challenges, and we want to become a society which protects life of people, cherishes democracy, health, both physical and mental, and we're also surrounded by these issues of artificial intelligence, what's going to happen with us in the future, and it all makes me think about what can we actually do to just be normal, happy people. Okay. And I think it is a complicated challenge, and we need to think about it in terms of technology. What kind of technology can make us healthy and happy? It is about social systems. How can we coexist and live together? It's about culture of coming together and solving problems. And I think engineers are crucial to that, because they will provide technologies, they will provide infrastructure, and they will work on issues of dealing and building relationships with artificial intelligence, chatbots, and how to be healthy and happy in this life. So so it's about simple questions like how to be happy.
Thank you. I found it difficult to beat, but maybe you can try.
Being happy, it's number one.
Highlight
number one.
Okay.
So probably I'll be a bit different in the answering that question. Probably for me, it would look great that Ukraine would have more stronger technical universities based on KSE like expertise or based on the best practices that we're trying to launch right now at Kyiv School of Economics, probably Kyiv School of Engineering. It's very another important thing that we can manage in 10 years. But I really believe that the more great technical universities we'll have in Ukraine, the more expertise we're going to deal with inside Ukrainian universities, the better future we're going to have.
True.
So we really believe that Ukrainian higher education system is good enough, but there are a lot of things to rethink, rebuild, to get European or international expertise in. So in this case, it looks that we're having our best times to elaborate what we're going to do in the future, because like challenging times, in this case we have to provide other ideas, and the society expects something other than we have seen previously. So we really believe that KSE will play the leading role in like be the stress factor for other universities, and other universities, the best other universities will try to be like in one big, very good developed infrastructure system. So it looks like that. So in 10 years, strong Ukrainian universities that will be leading universities. That will be the best solution for us.
Looking forward to that future. Thank you.
As well as we.
Olga.
Yeah, my take on it would be like war put us under a lot of pressure, which also fostered a lot of innovative technologies. And I want us not to lose this potential. I want this to transfer to another spheres. I want Ukraine in 10 years to have a whole new cohort of engineers, like a new type of a person who is able to resolve complex problems. And who knows what type of challenge we will be facing in 10 years. But I want to have these people who I can rely on in resolving these complicated problems we are facing, and not to just come up with the solutions, but be innovative, start their own startups, companies. I want the whole ecosystem of people who can be able to do this. And when this real engineering magic happens, not just come up with solutions, but also predict how they will work under these conditions which we cannot fathom even. So I want us to have this confidence that we have this amazing cohort of new engineers in Ukraine.
Thank you so much. All right, today we have a KSE delegation. Thank you so much for a great conversation. Thank you for your visit and for collaboration. We are learning a lot from Kyiv School of Economics, and in particular, I would highlight two things. First is how dynamic is the school, so we learn the processes and the time associated to them. And second is adaptability. So adaptability of the team, given the time that Ukraine is living through, the war, is amazing. So we're looking forward to the future with you, to our together future, with wide open eyes, and we'll see us what comes in next year, 5 and 10 years, as we discussed. Stay tuned.